Well, I'm really excited for Pet Talk, as you can tell. How important is pet insurance when it comes to caring for our four-legged friends? Here to help us is veterinarian and good friend of the show, Lisa Hess. Hey, Lisa.
Hello.
I'm excited about this because actually this is really important. Anybody who has pets out there should really be considering pet insurance, or at least looking into it. So explain a little bit how it works.
So pet insurance has come a long way.
Okay.
And the way pet insurance works, it's a contract between you and the insurance company. And it's different than like when you and I go to the, human hospital or the doctor, where you have a copay and you don't even see the bill. You have no idea what happens behind the scenes. Well, with pet insurance, you pay your veterinarian and you file a claim with the pet insurance company and they reimburse you. And I think a lot of people might be a little discouraged by that. However, I feel like pet insurance is such a helpful thing for so many people that if you're living month to month or paycheck to paycheck, it's so helpful for those, unexpected veterinary bills. Your dog got in and ate something, or has diabetes all of a sudden, or was, had some sort of trauma, or a fight at the dog park or something. The other thing is that people don't realize is that with technology and advancement in medicine, veterinary care is getting more and more expensive. It really is. And so those bills can be very expensive and alarming.
Very alarming when you see them.
How horrible would it be to make a choice or a decision over money about your pet? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have this $4,000 for this treatment right now. What am I going to do?
Right, and you've seen that, I'm sure, in your office.
Yes, I see it all the time.
So what about a savings account for pets?
So, I tell a lot of people, if you're the type of person, you have a dedicated savings account for your pet, right?
We matched today. I just realized we matched. We planned this.
Vinny's loving you.
Yeah, we planned this.
If you have a dedicated savings account for your pet, let's say you put so much per money in, great. Maybe this pet insurance isn't for you. But what if you just are 2 months into your pet savings account and your dog has an accident and needs this huge treatment?
Oh, that's a good point.
So, it really comes down to kind of your personal finances, how you are. Are you the type of person that maybe 1 month isn't going to, or take some money out of your pet savings account for an emergent need? And pet insurance is kind of that guarantee. You pay the monthly premium, and there is a deductible. But they can pay up to 90% for some of these veterinary bills. And I see it help and save a lot of people. Animals that have pet insurance get better care, in my opinion. I see it all the time.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Now, what about just like adult or humans? What about pre-existing conditions?
Yes, and there are certain things that they'll exclude. If there's a hereditary condition, or if you sign up for your dog that has a knee injury, like an ACL tear that needs surgery, and it's already pre-existing, they're unlikely to cover it. I generally recommend, if you're going to get pet insurance, sign up when they're young, before they come up with any pre-existing conditions. And read the fine line. Look at the different companies that are out there. There are many pet insurance companies, and find one that's easy to communicate with. Look at what they're willing to cover and what their deductible is. There's different plans. What's your monthly premium? How do you file a claim? How does all of that work? A lot of it's online, and do your research and ask your veterinarian. All of us veterinarians do take pet insurance because it's not really a contract with us. It's a contract with you and your pet insurance company. But we file and sign a lot of the paperwork and claims and things like that. They'll get copies of our records.
I was going to ask
about that. And they will get copies of records. So if you go somewhere and say, hey, get diagnosed with something, and the pet insurance company gets a copy of the records, they're going to see that was already diagnosed. So
that's good to know.
Yeah, it is. So.
And it's also good to do some research on the different breeds. We were talking about it earlier about, different breeds have different issues too. So that might be something that would sway you for getting pet insurance or not. Vinny has.
And that's something to ask. Will they cover a hereditary problem? Are they going to cover it, or are they not?
Okay.
And the other thing people don't know about is that there's wellness plans. There's a lot of corporate veterinary companies that offer wellness plans, which is different than pet insurance. So pet insurance is like comprehensive. My pet is sick, you're going to cover 90% of an incident after my deductible, right? Whereas a wellness plan, Maybe they'll cover for routine vaccines or fecal exam or dental cleaning per year or x-rays and blood work. It's a little bit different.
Oh. Yeah, because the preventative care would be something you would want too in a plan, I would think, in a policy.
Whereas true pet insurance, in my opinion, is different. I recommend pet insurance. I feel like a wellness plan, if you have a dedicated savings account, maybe the wellness plan isn't for you. But the pet insurance for those catastrophic things, helpful. Because how many people can come up with a $5,000 veterinary bill unexpected?
Exactly, unexpected. We don't just have that hanging around. I don't, at least, but maybe you do. Okay. Well, thank you, Lisa. Very good information for folks who have pets out there. Definitely something you should look into. Thanks again, Lisa. And Vinny.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.